The token bill is not the scary part. The expensive part is the senior engineer reading a half-correct patch, the reviewer context switching twice, and the incident team cleaning up a cheap answer that should never have shipped. This is lesson 27 in Claude Code, Production AI Agents. We are turning cost engineering into an operating model for tokens, time, review, rework, and risk. Lesson 26 showed how agents fail. Now we price those failures honestly, so teams do not optimize pennies of model spend while burning pounds of human attention. The core idea is this: the real cost of an agent is tokens plus time, review, rework, infrastructure, and operational risk. That means the answer is only one part of the system. The path, controls, ownership, and recovery plan matter just as much. The visible artifact is the agent cost ledger. It has five parts: token cost, runtime cost, review cost, rework cost, risk cost. Those parts turn an abstract concern into a concrete review conversation. This part of the visual map matters because it shows the actual moving pieces: token budget, latency, review time, monitoring cost, quality trade-off. If one of those pieces is invisible, the team will struggle to operate the workflow under pressure. Use this checklist before treating the workflow as ready: token cost, runtime cost, review cost, rework cost, risk cost. These are not decorative boxes. They are the operating questions that decide whether the agent can be trusted outside a demo. In practice, this example has four parts: runaway spend, hidden review load, slow feedback, cheap wrong answers, unbounded retries. The point is to make the agent's work inspectable rather than asking everyone to trust a polished final answer. Score the design against this rubric: token cost, runtime cost, review cost, rework cost, risk cost. A weak score does not mean the idea is useless. It means the workflow needs stronger boundaries before it becomes production work. Day two is the real test for cost engineering. A model version, tool version, policy update, or team workflow change enters the system. The team should be able to compare the new run with the previous run, inspect the evidence, and decide whether the difference is improvement, regression, or noise. Without that comparison path, the agent may change faster than the organization can understand. Use this implementation checklist before expanding scope: token budget, latency, review time, monitoring cost, quality trade-off. Each item should produce a concrete artifact, not only a meeting note. If the artifact cannot be inspected later, it will not help during review, audit, or incident response. Block release when these risks appear: runaway spend, hidden review load, slow feedback, cheap wrong answers, unbounded retries. A blocked release is useful information. It tells the team where the system needs stronger evidence, better calibration, narrower scope, or clearer ownership before it reaches production users. Before a leader approves wider rollout, answer three questions in plain language. What decision will this evidence support? Who owns the signal when it disagrees with human judgment? What happens if the signal is wrong during a real incident? These questions connect cost engineering to accountability instead of turning it into another dashboard or checklist that nobody trusts when pressure rises. A useful mental model is Cloud Bill with missing line items. It reminds us that production work is not about trusting a perfect machine. It is about designing a system that can be inspected, corrected, and improved under pressure. Our worked example is a cost dashboard for a code review and remediation agent. In that workflow, the important pieces are token budget, latency, review time, monitoring cost. The agent can still accelerate the work, but the operating model must make important behavior visible. The build sequence is simple: Define what can go wrong, define the signal, decide the release gate, assign ownership, store the evidence, review failures, improve the workflow, repeat. That loop is slower than a one-off prompt, but it is how agent systems become dependable. Use the readiness rubric: token cost, runtime cost, review cost, rework cost, risk cost. If a team cannot point to each part, the release is relying on hope. Hope is not an operating model. The common mistake is optimizing token spend while ignoring human review and failure recovery. It feels efficient because it avoids upfront design. It becomes expensive when the agent drifts, fails, or creates a decision nobody can explain. Let us recap. Lesson 27. For cost engineering, define the risk, capture the evidence, connect the result to a release decision, and keep ownership clear. Quality should be visible before trust is requested. The lesson learned is this: the real cost of an agent is tokens plus time, review, rework, infrastructure, and operational risk. A production agent earns trust when quality, risk, and history are visible. Subscribe for Claude Code Production AI Agents. The companion book is linked in the description. In Lesson 28, we scale from one reliable agent to team workflows and the agent factory.